Hello and welcome back to another episode of Channel Automation Training. Today I'm doing one that a lot of you have requested, which is going to be how do you upload bot users into Channel Automation? And that means just putting your leads into the system. So one of the things that people may not know just off the bat is when you sign up with Channel Automation, new leads are going to be entering our system as well as likely your CRM. And if you have like an active prospect or a Finexa or a dialer, that also comes into effect as well. But your old leads, before you started using Channel Automation, those ones are not going to be automatically entered into the system, even if you are combined with your CRM. So you're going to need to put those old leads in the system. So first I want to go over best practices, and then after that I will show you how to do it. First and foremost, you're going to want to have a file that's going to have a first name, a last name, email, and phone number. So this is the bare minimum of what our system needs in order to read new people coming in. And while you can have a list of hundreds and hundreds or thousands of users going into the system, I recommend breaking it down by segments, because when you bring in a file to Channel Automation, it asks you to associate a tag with it. And if you've been paying attention to our other training, you'll remember that tags are dynamic, right? And so if you're looking for a particular group of people associated with a particular tag, this is going to be an easier way you could keep track of everybody. So maybe segment your list out to be these 4 columns, but you have a list maybe for demo no sales, or you have a list for data new, or you have a list for data old, and then we can bring everybody in that way. So that way, when you add your associated tag, it makes sense. And that you are sending the most strategic marketing materials to the right people. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you how to upload this. First and foremost, you have to have this saved as this format right here. CSV UTF-8, comma delimited. If you look on this list, there is many formats available to save on Excel. There is another comma delimited format down here, but we don't want that one. We only want this one. This is the newest comma delimited format, and you know it because it says UTF-8. So that is what we want. Go ahead and save your file. Sure, I'll replace the existing file. And then you're going to go to your bot users underneath your admin area. If you notice, this is the second menu area that is only available to admins. I actually made it so that way you can't see our full list because we have over 3,000 people in here and I did not want you seeing everybody's phone numbers. I'm going to go ahead and click import. So you can drag and drop your file, which is what I will do. Now this part is going to be telling the system how to read your Excel file. So first name, let's match that with first name. Last name, let's match that with last name. Pretty straightforward. You're just telling the system what dynamic field you want associated with the names of your columns. Click next step. And I made a list from recent event tag when I was doing practice for this, but I'm going to go ahead and make another one just called recent event. And if you notice, when you are making a new tag, you'll get this drop down right here. And this is how you can make a new tag on the spot. So this one, for example, maybe it's DNS list from last 3 months, right? See, this isn't one of the tags we already have. When you click on that drop down, you'll see that pop up that says success, new tag created, and that is what you want. You'll notice it says 4 columns will be imported, which, yep, we got 4 columns, so that checks out. Click confirm import. 7 users created. Now we've got 8 rows here. The question of the day is, why is there 7 users when you have 8 rows? And that's because this top row is the column names. And so as long as you have however many rows are -1 of your Excel file, you're doing pretty darn good. Let's say you have 500 users you're trying to bring in, and then it says 498 created, or maybe even less than that. It could be that these guys don't have an associated phone number. That's going to be something that is going to determine if the system reads it or not. Or there's some sort of formatting going on in here that doesn't make sense for Channel Automation to read. In fact, when I was doing practice recording for this particular episode, I didn't realize that my first name and last name had a space before the first name and last name. So I removed that space and then everything was able to bring in just fine. If you have your phone in this format, the system really likes it. So if you just have one and the phone number, no dashes, no parentheses, none of that, then you're set to go. It really likes this format for phone numbers. Now let's say that you do have a phone number. So I'm going to just type in something random. Let's just put a dash in there just for the giggles. All right, so let's say you have a phone number that's typed out like this, and you're like, well, I have 500 of these numbers that my system exported, and they're not in the right format. How the heck do I get them into channel automation? I'm going to show you, just for fun. So click on that cell or highlight your entire column if it's all of your phone numbers that are in the wrong format, and click Control F. You can also click Find and Select button right here. On a Mac, I apologize, I do not know the shortcut for that. But you'll go click Replace, and you can put just a space. I just pushed the space bar, and I'm going to replace it with nothing. So I'm not even going to click that field down here, and I'll do Replace All. Hey, look at that. See how it moved? Now all of the spaces are gone from this particular area. I'd really like to remove the parentheses. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. And then the same with the dash. So that is how you could very easily break down all of your format to be the correct number. I would show you in Excel how to also add in like characters at the end, like the 1 or, but that's going to be a longer formula. So I'm not going to go over that right now. But that's the way you can help clean up your file, and trust me, it makes it a lot easier when you send it to us when it's nice and clean. So that way, when we help you the first time you upload it, it makes sense. So back to this, import's been completed, 7 users have been created, click Done. All right, so now I would like to do something with that group of people. So I have a condition I'm going to put in. It's right under the little funnel that you have here. I'm going to find the tag that we just created. DNS list from the last 3 months, hit save, and there they are. There's everybody that is associated with that tag. So that way, when you want to market to them, you can select them and you can put them into a particular sequence. You can opt them in all at once to email or text. You can move them to boards, or you can direct send these guys a broadcast. And I'm really excited to show you how to send a broadcast, and we'll be putting out that tutorial probably very close to this one. So that's how you add new users into the system, and I will talk to you next time.